think I got mine I like mine lightly toasted.
For me, it depends on how much my kids are yelling at me to give them a marshmallow that's melted. Like, do I just burn it and let it go, or do I slowly roast it?
Do you sometimes feel that parents should know that there's like a threshold to how much they can contact you in between visits?
You know, it's a great question, and I would say like 99.9% of people don't contact enough. Like I was telling you, some of my patients I'll see them every 6 months, and then they'll tell me about all these flares, and they're like, but you know, it was okay. They're like, it's fine, I knew what to do, like not a big deal. But then there's sometimes that where we're missing something. So particularly like sleep problems or psychologic concerns or difficulty with sports. So maybe their eczema's better, but that's not something they're necessarily gonna spend our very short visits talking about. So that's where I'm interested in the in-between visit communication.
I really feel like technology has been our saving grace. Like, I know for me, if Caleb's having a flare-up, I'll take pictures and I send it over to his dermatologist. And so I immediately got a response, and I love that.
So Silena, like when things are really good in between visits, like do you reach out to your provider, and do you think there's a role for continuing to reach out to your provider?
I never hesitate to contact the provider. I think sometimes for those who might feel like they can't contact them, it's a matter of them probably thinking, oh, they see so many other patients, they're not gonna have time to respond to me, or this just may not be, that dire. I think more parents specifically need to ensure that they remain that advocate for their child. So I don't think any question is not a good question to ask when it comes to your health of your child.
That's a really good point.
And I feel like it's always good to at least check in with the doctor just to say, hey, my son is doing fine, but I might have other questions that I want to ask, not necessarily of him flaring. For example, I noticed that sometimes if he gets upset, if I tell him, no more screen time, he'll start scratching because he knows that's what we don't want him to do.
Yes, I hear about the behavioral response of it.
It's so complex. That's why, I always say that the eczema journey is never linear. It's just up and down, and he might not be flaring, but I'm trying to figure out ways of how to combat things like that. So
I think it's a great point, and it might be when the skin is so bad, you're not gonna really be as focused about how they're embarrassed at school. You're just trying to get things under control, and then those other issues in the sleep you can finally start to address when you've got the skin more under control. So yeah, I definitely think in between visit communication, even when things are good, is important. So I tell patients, like, don't cancel your appointment, like even if the skin's good, because sometimes I feel like that happens, people just don't show up, and then they want to be seen right away when it's flaring, and I'm like, let's just meet in between. Sometimes it's good for me to see things going well, and we can talk about more of these, about more of the impact of the eczema on your life.